the people that we've met in Scotland, in England, Wales, Ireland, in our travels about the place, have been uniformly wonderful people. There have been friendly responses wherever we've been. We haven't had anybody come up to us and say it's time you got out. That's only come from the Home Office. And the support we've got has made it all the more clear to us that we made the right decision, that this was the place we want to bring up our son.
Yeah, the culture and the ethics of the people that are in our community, and further beyond, the people that have been supporting us, not just in the UK, but even out with the UK, it's just been phenomenal. So, but yeah, certainly our view on living in Scotland or living anywhere in the UK, but Scotland is where we want to be, has certainly been cemented. If anything else, it certainly hasn't deterred us. It's very humbling. It brings a tear and a lump to the throat every time we think about the way we've been supported.
On one occasion, Lachlan came home from school with an envelope in his bag just addressed to the Brain family with £10 in it.
Yeah.
And
with a note saying, wish it could be more. And I was thinking, crikey, £10 is another meal on the table for us. So, that's just been amazing. Having to deal with so much emotionally and physically every day, and then feeling like we could just crash out at night and go to sleep, but as soon as the head hits the pillow, you're looking at the ceiling and your mind just won't shut down. There's just so much going on at the moment. So,
that said, I think we've kind of run out of emotional responses. The ups and downs have just been so extreme over the last few weeks that I don't think we've got a lot of tears left for it now. Even if Mr. Brokenshire were to hand us the visas and have it right in my hand, I'm still not sure how I'd respond. We don't see it as an issue of nation or politics. We just see it as a situation where a bureaucratic decision's been made, which the Home Office would argue, we would argue the point, but the Home Office would say has been made in accordance with policy. As I said, we'd argue the point, but we're not allowed to appeal. But even so, the decision that's been made is in the complete opposite is completely opposite to the intent of that policy, which is to allow people into the UK which are a net asset to the national interest. This was a decision that was 6 or 7 years in the planning, about the similar length of time in the execution. Something that a point I'd like to make is that when we applied for the visa and there was this post-study work visa available at the end of that, this was a 6 or 7 year plan, depending on the sort of degree that you're going through with. You're looking at 3 or 4 years of study and then this 2-year visa on the end of it. And so you're having to plan years ahead. And so for the Immigration Minister to tell us now that immigrants should never assume that the visas that were available to them at the time of their initial entry into the UK will continue to be viable options in future years. I think I'm remembering the quote correctly. That was not in the promotional literature 5 years ago.
Well, 6 years ago now, since we got the visas granted,
My work and all my friends are here and I really want to stay here.
You remember meeting Nicola Sturgeon?
Yeah, and I was really happy when I got to.
Yeah.
I taught her how to say I love Scotland in Gaelic. It's Tully Malaba.